Good morning, children. So we are halfway through the lesson and we have completed 4 types of chemical reactions. With that, we have done the endothermic, exothermic processes and reactions, and we have studied the factors responsible for increasing the rate of chemical reaction. So 5 factors we had studied in the last class. We will now continue and study 3 more different types of reactions. The name of the reaction that we are studying is oxidation reduction reaction. So we have oxidation reaction and reduction reaction. And the third one that we will be studying is the redox reaction, which will be a combination of both oxidation as well as reduction. So first we are going to start with oxidation reaction. So you can give the heading now. This is a common heading that I have given, but the first heading that we are studying is oxidation reactions we are going to deal with first. So you can give the heading oxidation reaction. Now, oxidation means to combine with oxygen. Combining with oxygen can be a slow process, as it is in case of iron. Rusting of iron is a slow process of oxidation. When iron combines with atmospheric oxygen and moisture, that results in the formation of a thin reddish colored layer, and it is called as rust. We will be studying it in the next few slides, but it's a slow process of combining with oxygen. Or it can be a very fast process also, like burning of wood. It's a very fast process. So oxidation in short means combining with oxygen. So let us first see a few examples of substances where they are reacting with oxygen. The first example is burning of a magnesium ribbon. This one we have already studied in combination reaction. So you are familiar with it. That is, magnesium ribbon on burning or on heating combines with atmospheric oxygen and it gives rise to magnesium oxide. So it will be true with any other metal. Any metal combines with oxygen and gives rise to its oxide. So this is magnesium here, which is combining with oxygen, and hence it's an oxidation reaction. Second example, carbon combining with oxygen and giving rise to carbon dioxide gas. So this is another example of one of the reactant here, that is carbon, is combining with oxygen and giving rise to its oxide, that is carbon dioxide gas. So in above 2 equations, reactant combines with oxygen. So here both the reactants magnesium and carbon have combined with oxygen to give their oxides. Let us see in the next 2 reactions what is happening. Here we have got magnesium hydride. You can write down the name of the reactant, magnesium hydride, and it decomposes to give you magnesium and hydrogen gas. So this has split it up. So it has got undergone decomposition, and this magnesium hydride has given us magnesium and hydrogen. So in short, if you observe, you will find that hydrogen from magnesium hydride has been removed. So this is a process of removal of hydrogen also. Similarly, here if we see CH3 single bond CH3. So how is it read? CH3 single bond CH3. One single line between these two that you are observing is single bond. We will study more about this in carbon compounds lesson. So this compound here is called as ethane. Now this ethane here, it has decomposed to give you ethene. You can see that it has become CH2 double bond CH2. You can see 2 lines now, and so we read it as double bond. So it is CH2 double bond CH2, and the name of the compound is ethene. Now what has happened here is that one hydrogen from here, CH3, has become CH2. Similarly, one hydrogen from here also, CH3, has become CH2, and so we introduce a double bond for satisfying the valencies. And what has happened? One hydrogen from here, one hydrogen from here. So hydrogen gas is evolved. So again, this is an example of removal of hydrogen. So here in above two equations, hydrogen is removed from the reactant. These are our reactants. Here it is magnesium hydride and here it is ethane. So from both we find that the hydrogen is getting removed. So whether it is reactant combining with oxygen or whether it is removal of hydrogen from the reactants. In both the cases, we refer to the process as oxidation. I repeat, that is, in the first two examples, we saw that oxygen is added to the reactants to form their oxides. So it is addition of oxygen. Whereas in the other two, we find that the hydrogen has been removed from the reactants. So removal of hydrogen from the reactants is also called as oxidation. So from this to this particular slide, we have come to know two things, that is oxidation is either addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Let us see few more examples in the next slide. Yes, we have two more extra examples that I have taken just for your information. They are not a part of your textbook. This is only for better understanding. I have taken up two more extra examples of oxidation reaction. Let us see the first example of oxidation that we are going to study. This is aluminium metal. This is solid in state and it combines with oxygen, which is gaseous in state, and it gives rise to aluminium oxide, that is Al2O3, which is also a solid. So this is one example. Let us first study the balancing part. In the previous slide, I have not discussed the balancing, but I hope you have been able to balance the equations, and I hope you must have understood the balancing of the equations in the previous slide. So let us balance this one first. Here you can see it is Al2, and the very first thing that would come to your mind is to write a 2 on this side, but we generally start the balancing from hydrogen, oxygen, so it's better that we start with oxygen. We can see that there are 3 atoms of oxygen on the product side, and whereas on the reactant side we have got only 2 atoms. So if we have to balance, as the procedure is to start with the smallest coefficient, and that is 2. But if you write a 2 coefficient here, it would make oxygen 4. And then to make a 4 on this side, you have to write a minimum coefficient 2. But with coefficient 2, the number of oxygen on the product side becomes 6. So you have to write a 3 here instead of 2. And now you find that the oxygen atoms are balanced. So the first step is to balance oxygen, and then you balance the oxygen on this side. That is your second step. And with this we come to know that aluminium has become 4. That is 2 2s are 4. And then the third step is to balance aluminium on the reactant side, and that is third step, that is for aluminium. Okay, coming to the type of reaction that we are studying, here oxygen is being added to aluminium. So when oxygen is being added to the reactant, then the process is called as oxidation reaction. So this is an example of addition of oxygen, and it gives rise to aluminium oxide. Coming to second example, C2H5OH. The name of the compound is ethyl alcohol. Here we will be studying about this in the lesson carbon compounds. But just for your information, this OH which you are seeing here is a functional group, and this OH is a functional group of alcohols. So the formula that is given to us is here C2H5OH. The C2H5 is ethyl and OH is an alcohol, and the name of the compound becomes ethyl alcohol. Combines with metallic sodium. This is ethyl alcohol which is in liquid state. Combines with sodium which is in solid state, and it gives rise to C2H5ONA. that is sodium ether oxide. What is the name of the product here? Sodium ether oxide, and with that we get hydrogen gas. So you can even make a box here also. This hydrogen just you have to skip. If you just skip the hydrogen from here, you get your product C2H5O(Na), and this hydrogen gets liberated over here. So according to the second part of our definition of oxidation reaction, that is removal of hydrogen. So here from the reactant, hydrogen is getting removed. Sodium, being a very reactive metal, removes hydrogen and takes the place of hydrogen, and so it is removal of hydrogen. So hydrogen gas is given out. Here we can see that there are two hydrogen, but here we have only one hydrogen. So to balance it, we write a coefficient 2, but this whole C2H5 also becomes 2, and so we write a coefficient 2 here also. And lastly, this sodium is become 2 over here, and to balance sodium we write a coefficient 2. So this is our third step. So this is again in liquid state, sodium ether oxide, and we get hydrogen, which is in gaseous state. So this is oxidation again, because it is removal of hydrogen. So with this, I hope you must have understood what is oxidation reaction, and definition we will see in the next slide. Coming to the definition of oxidation reaction, that is the chemical reaction in which a reactant combines with oxygen or loses hydrogen to form the product is called oxidation reaction. So I hope these examples have made it clear that what oxidation reaction is, that is either addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. We will be studying one more way in which oxidation is brought about in the next slide. And after that, we will be studying regarding reduction reaction.